Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I wanted to share with you a little bit about my visit to Tilson and meeting Katlyn, our sales consultant, for the first time. And maybe later today I can snag Brad and have him join me and share his thoughts about the whole process. I'm not sure what we're going to name this because it's the first time I met Katlyn, but Brad also met her as well a few weeks after, probably 2 weeks after I met her. So we're kind of going back in time and trying to give you guys a chronological visual of, well, not really visual, but just keep you guys in the loop chronologically of how things are progressing. So the video that goes before this is all about the two plans that we're looking into. Since then, we've made some decisions, but I wanted to kind of give you guys my thoughts about meeting Katlyn and figuring out all of the things that you don't really know about building your own home or working with a builder on your land. Like I had no idea about any of these things. So basically, I feel a lot more comfortable when Brad is here because he actually spends a lot of time reading and just getting really deep into anything that he is interested in or we're doing. He goes a little bit deeper than me. I love to like create and I like to deal with all the flashy stuff. I do have my moments when I sit down and I get really serious about things, but for the most part, for me, I just want to enjoy, put the colors out there, pick the tiles, just make everything look beautiful. That's all me. So let me just tell you, the first time we went to Tilson, it was myself, it was Brad, and my youngest, Sophia. She she was like, I have a feeling about this, man. I'm not gonna go. She's like, I don't want to go in. I'm gonna sit in the car. I'm like, you want to sit in the car? She's like, yep. And then Brad's like, do I really have to be there? So they're like, no, they don't want to be there. So I'm like, okay, fine, go, whatever. Katlyn and we chatted for about 3 hours. They had time to go to the mall, get lunch, go to the bookstore. I mean, they did a lot of stuff. So she was very patient with me and she explained a lot of things to me. We talked about the colors that I want this home to be. What am I looking for? How many people will be living there? How long will they be living there? As you grow older, do you want to have a second floor? We talked about things that didn't really, I just saw a plan. I'm like, that's the one I want. But she really broke it down into nice chunks so that I can figure out, well, this is the first step. The first step is let's talk about financing. Let's talk about all the things you want in the home and let's pick the elevation. So we knew that we would do the easy buy process, which is, I feel, one of the best things that a builder could provide for someone that's buying a home with them. It's such an amazing process, especially if you have a pretty good credit score and you own your land. That really solidifies the approval, the pre-approval anyway, for the home and then the value of the home that you're choosing. So, I mean, this video is pretty talky, so if you're not interested in that, you might want to come back to another video, but I thought it's really helpful to share that they do have an amazing financial option for you outside of the Easy Buy process. And I think that if you're in the Texas area and you are working with land over an acre, that you should consider them, because the quality of the homes I've seen built by them are beautiful. They pay a lot of attention to the details. They do a lot of testing. I mean, when speaking to Katlyn, we were talking about the site evaluation, the responsibility you have as the owner of the land and the person building. There are certain requirements and there are certain things, responsibilities as the landowner that we are required to do. We can pass it on to Tilson because they've worked in this environment for so many years. They know what they're doing. But if you so choose, they let you do it. You go get the permits that is required, or you go get the land clearing or the surveyor or whatever. Otherwise, you could pass that on to them and you have no stress, especially if you're not aware of the language and the lingo that is used and the terminology. Maybe you could do some research, get a little educated on the topic, and then decide, well, yeah, I am wise now, I understand this, I'm going to do it, or let me just pass it on to Tilson. So we talked about all those things. Like I said, the site preparation that is required and the responsibility of the owner. And then if you are in an HOA, you also have to submit ACC submissions, and there are fees for that. And then, like I said, the clearing of the land, there are fees for that. And there are application fees, and then there are applications you have to submit. And there is strict time frames, which I was not aware of for these matters because it's not something I do every day. And they do that every day. So it's really nice to know all the things that you're responsible for, they're responsible for, and that you can pass along, as well as just, I never thought they did soil testing. I feel like when we moved into this home that we're renting now, the grass was not there. We had to call the landlord and be like, hey, what's going on? There's no grass. The pictures show grass, but now we're here, there's none. And the soil was so dry, and it was just really dry, crumbly. I'm just not sure if any testing was done on this land, but I thought that it was very interesting. So they do testing. They also have an engineer that checks out the topography of your lot, so they know the best position and placement for your home, which is very, I don't want to use the word cool, but it is pretty darn cool. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the schematics and all the mechanicals and just dive deeper into this process. But there were so many little minuscule things that I didn't know you had to go through. So when you're building your home, and I feel like I should leave some of this for when Brad's here, because it's nice to see his facial expression and emotion when he's talking, because it really lives on his face. So maybe I'll wait till then. But I really just wanted to pop in and share that Katlyn has been amazing. She is pretty wise. She's been with the company for a while, and she's got a lot of insight, and she was very helpful, helping us to lock down a plan and choose the main build and the layout of the home as you walk in, what you want to have, where do you want to have your windows, where do you want to have your doors, can we move this? She was very helpful and knowledgeable, and I really do appreciate that. And I think that when we get to the next video and we can start talking about the plan that we chose, because we did choose one, and it may or may not have all the things that we really wanted. And then we'll get into like the budgeting and what had to what had to go and what we really wanted to keep and what we made a priority to keep. Because when you're building a home, there's a lot of priorities. You have to think about also down the road. I feel like if you're building a home and you know that you want to do certain things in the future, get the framework done now in the beginning while you have the opportunity, when there's no walls, there's no wiring, and that will save you a lot of money down the road. Yes, it's going to cost a lot in the beginning, but just think about, these are the things that you want to have. Like, say you want a window in the top bedroom, but it's going to cost $700, and you're like, no, I don't want to do that, I'll wait till later. Well, it's going to cost twice as much, because you're going to have to hire someone to create that window opening. So that's breaking down, they charge you for that, and then you have to get your new window, install it, and pay them for it. So I think in the end, structural elements that you want in your house from the beginning, I think you should put them in. I wouldn't say no matter the cost, but if you can stretch a little bit, maybe not stretch, as comfortable as you can. Obviously, don't go beyond what will make you comfortable. But certain things you can pull back, because we did a lot of that. We did a lot of pulling back of stuff because we knew some things we could personally do ourselves, and it's easy for us to do. So we can remove those from the plan and put the things that we don't want to deal with and we don't want to have big construction again on the home. We just added those in the beginning. So I think that you guys will enjoy that coming up video, because it is already 10:30 and Brad has not come back from his bike ride. He left this morning around 6 a.m. We'll see. He's aiming for 60 miles today. He did text me, so he's done 30 and he's on his way back, but he's not here yet. So let's just wrap up this video. And if I can, I'll make the second video just sitting down chatting with him all about this process, because a lot has happened since the last 2 videos that I posted. So I cannot wait to chat with you guys. Have an amazing day. I look forward to talking to you all real soon. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, there is the comment section down below, and everything that I think you might need to know, I will leave in the description. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye.
Push you away and we're done just like that. Something about you is pulling me back, and I'm holding